I'm not gonna start this video off by doing the whole streams, basically highlighting that it's a homophone. I'm sadly a K-pop stan. Okay, so we're not here to talk about streaming the latest hit single from K-pop group Twice, I Can't Stop Me. We're here to talk about streams, which are bodies of water that run from higher elevations to lower elevations and run in different sizes and shapes. When we say any size of water, we can either say the size of my ego or the size of my self-esteem. Since streams are basically running water, that means that they contribute to erosion. If you compare a picture to a stream now, then if you compare two different pictures of a stream taken a certain time frame apart, exhibit A somewhere around here, then you'll see those changes, and you've probably observed those yourself in the streams that are around you. Oh, fun fact, if it has to do with running water, any process that has to do with running water, it's fluvial. So if streams have water and that water needs to go somewhere, what is that somewhere called? That's right, Perry! So like streams, drainage basins also vary in size and shape. Along with that, we also use terminology to determine the size of streams. We call that gradient. So to find the gradient of a stream, we're gonna determine the slope. And if you don't remember what slope is, it's basically rise over run. However, it is slightly different here. So that my box of limited edition Creeper Crunch by the company Kellogg's is the gradient of a stream. We're gonna find the slope, of course. However, we're also gonna pick two different points on this stream. So let's say this is a point at the top of the nutrition facts to this part of the nutrition facts. This whole nutrition facts thing, from this side to this side, those are gonna be our 2 points. First, we're gonna find the difference in the elevation between these 2 points. When we find that difference, we're then going to divide said difference between the distance of flowing water between the 2 points, which is different. So basically, you apply rise over run and then divide it between the distance between the 2 different streams. After all is said and done, if the gradient is steep, that means the water's gonna have a higher velocity, which basically means it's gonna flow pretty freaking fast. So there's 3 different types of drainage patterns, and they all depend on the rock that's underneath the stream. So the 3 different types of drainage patterns are dendritic, trellic, and rectangular. Dendritic patterns are the most common and usually occur when the rock beneath doesn't have much going on. It's pretty consistent. A good example of that is granite. Rectangular patterns usually develop in flat areas and develop rectangular bedding planes, fractures, and or faults. Deranged patterns can form from this as well. So fun fact, because lakes and wetlands are the most common place you're gonna find these rectangular patterns, they're really rare in Canada because it's Canada. There's parts of it that are actually frozen, permafrost. Therefore, that's where the deranged pattern comes in. Trellis patterns usually occur around sedimentary rock. That sedimentary rock, limestone's a pretty example of that, is folded and eroded, and it really just depends on the strength of the rock itself. So there's a 4th pattern. It's called radial, and it forms between isolated mountains and hills. A volcano is an example of an isolated mountain. It's closely related to dendritic patterns. So the velocity of water actually depends on where it is in the stream. So like the top of the stream is gonna be relatively fast, while the sides and the bottom are gonna be pretty slow. If you've ever been in a wave pool, you can probably confirm the feeling of how when you're standing up and you're over the water, or you're in a float, you feel like you're going really fast when you're actually underneath. And I guess kind of going with the flow helps too. When you're underneath, it does feel much slower. A wave pool or lazy river is kind of inaccurate because it's just gonna sweep you away on the sides regardless, but it's a real world example and I hope it helps with the definition. I'm really tired, so it's not gonna be as good as my other one. A stream is a flowing body of water that varies in size and shape. Streams also contribute to erosion, as seen by the graphic we included earlier in this video. These are measured by finding the gradient, which is basically rise over run divided by the distance of water flowing between 2 points. Streams always flow into a drainage basin. There are 3 types of drainage patterns: dendritic, trellic, and rectangular. Stream velocity is faster on the top and slower on the sides and the bottom. I just wanted to add on before I go take a nap that streams are also very beneficial to the environment as they provide water sources for us as well as a habitat for aquamarine life and to plants that animals will eat.